Hey guys, if you're just joining me now, I've been going through Operation Mindcrime, the album by Queensrÿche. We reached the last 3 tracks. I've been reacting to these all day. And we reached Waiting for 22, My Empty Room, and Eyes of a Stranger. We're going to get right into it. This story is so good. Like I said, I reacted to everything earlier on this album if you want to check it out. And let's wrap this one up. Waiting for 22. The way it kicked into this song was like very demented. I don't know. Yeah, just great picking. Once again, this band knows how to make picking interesting on the guitar. I'm always so like amazed listening to it. And then those leads came over top. Woo, but they got cut shortly because we're in my empty room now. Beautiful picking again.
Empty room today, and here I sit, chalk outline upon the wall. I remember tracing it 1,000 times. Oh, the night she died. Why? There's no sleep today, I can't pretend. When all my dreams are crimes, I can't stand facing them. Now who will come to wash away my sins, clean my room, fix my meals, pay my friends?
Is this guy in prison or in an institution, an asylum? I'm not too sure. But damn, in an empty room, you know, he's still thinking about all the crimes he committed, about losing his loved one, Mary. You know, it's obviously really bothering him. He can't even sleep because he gets flashes of his past, his bad things he did in his life. So we got 1 track left. It's Eyes of a Stranger. See what's going on. Doesn't seem to load right now. I'm going to fix that.
Dr. Davis, telephone, please. Dr. Davis.
everything that reminds me of you. Every night the dreams return to haunt me. Your rosary wrapped around your throat. I lie awake and sweat, afraid to fall asleep. I see your face looking back at me. Looking back at me. And I raise my head and stare into the eyes of a stranger. I've always known that the mirror never lies. People always turn away from the eyes of a stranger. Afraid to know when lies behind the stare.
Okay, I just have to say, I'll bring it back a little bit. That chorus, I must have heard it before. It sounds so familiar, if that's the chorus or whatever that has eyes of the stranger in it. So I imagine it is. But yeah, it's either I've heard it before, or it just sounds so familiar. Maybe it's just that catchy or whatever. But I possibly heard this, on Sirius XM in the past or something, in the background. But yeah, it definitely sounds familiar. Okay, I imagine he's in a mental institute or an asylum or whatever, because there's doctors all around, and he's still dwelling on his past, on his poor Mary. It feels like it really took a toll on him. I was thinking that the second half of this album, we were going to get more to Dr. X and taking him out or whatever, but perhaps that's never going to happen. The way it's going anyway, he seems to be trapped in here, and now when he looks in the mirror, he sees the eyes of a stranger. He doesn't even recognize himself from all the things he's done and the person he has become over the years, and that very interesting, man.
Afraid to know when lies behind the stare. Is it all that's left of my life before me? Straight jacket memories, sedative eyes. No happy ending like they always promised. There's got to be something left for me. And I raise my head and stare into the eyes of a stranger. I've always known that the mirror never lies. People always turn away from the eyes of a stranger.
I don't know if it's just because the chorus is that catchy or Geoff Tate's vocal delivery, but I got goosebumps. Goosebumps. Doesn't happen often while listening to music, but damn, it's not cold in here either. Just that chorus, it's hit so hard. And I like the way it came into the chorus the second time. Like, it went from the verse and it didn't even take a second. It just went right in seamlessly. The transition was awesome. Loving this.
Afraid to know what lies behind the stare. Lies behind my stare.
would have never thought that the singer was talking, like the Nicky or whatever, was talking about himself, the character in the story, about Eyes of a Stranger. You figure they're talking about someone else, but no, it's himself, because he doesn't even recognize himself anymore. And it's just a terrible thing that happened to him, right? Scary
I
stuff.
remember now.
He remembers again. Is this it? We got 14 seconds left, but sometimes it's just nothing at the end of the tracks. But God, if I ever heard a single, this is definitely it. Eyes of a Stranger, definitely like a standout track on the album. Obviously, I think it's a single or whatever. Like I said, it has a ton of plays on here on YouTube Music, so I get why. It's very accessible, but it's also badass, man. Just the last 2 minutes, the way the guitars and the drums were going off together. That's another thing. It's not just one band member or one instrument that's crazy in here. It's everybody plays off each other, and they all got their moments, man. The bass, the vocals, man. Geoff Tate's so good. The drums, like I said, the cymbal work, everything he does is so fantastic. The production of this album was awesome. This, like I said, talking about this song in particular, was a really standout track for me. Like I said, don't know if I heard it before, but the chorus sounds super familiar. Maybe it's just because it's that good. It really hits home. And it's just kind of sad because of how it ended for Nicky, you know. He wasn't the worst person in the story, I believe, and he got treated the worst. Definitely had the worst outcome when you have religion and the politics and everything going on, the war on drugs and everything, you know. There's so much bad in here. It's sad to see what happened to Nicky in the end. Even though he's done some bad things, I don't think he was necessarily a bad person, right? He's got in a bad situation. So yeah, very interesting. And looking into Wikipedia for the end of this concept story, it says, suffering from an almost complete loss of memory, Nicky is put into a mental hospital where he retraces in his mind his last moments with Mary, waiting for 22. My empty room. Back in the present, in the hospital room at the beginning of the story, Nicky has regained his memory, but now stares at his image in a mirror, unable to recognize who he is and what he has become. Eyes of a Stranger. So yeah, we came full circle. The last song returns to where the album started at the very first. Great friggin' album as a whole. I think it told the story really well. Like I said, concept albums don't always work for me, but I felt like this one was very coherent, very clever in its writing. It was very poetic at times. And yeah, the only thing I would have wished we would have gotten rid of Dr. X or assassinated him at the end or something, right? But he got away, which is actually how it works most times in life. So, sad thing. But yeah, kick-ass album. Thank you, Metal Mark, for choosing this. He was the winner of the second album lottery. We're going to be doing more album lottery, so make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on your chance to join into the next lottery. Friggin' banging album. It's one I always wanted to get to. It's been requested a ton of times. It has a really high rating online, like a 9 out of 10 on most sites. And I finally got through it. I can't wait to go back and listen to it on my own time. You know, these were all first time listens. So, you know, let the riffs and let the music really sink in on multiple listens. I think this could be really one of my favorite albums. Just so damn good all around, especially for a concept album. So again, thank you, Metal Mark, for choosing this. Congratulations on being the winner. And that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. And until next time, guys, thanks for watching.